Shalom, Lord Christ. This is Precinct Officer 1000 YAHANNA out of the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Today we out here in Durham, North Carolina at the Juneteenth Festival. And right here beside me I got
Sam.
Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so Sam has agreed to do an interview. I'm gonna ask Sam a couple questions. The first question is, are you familiar with the incident that happened in Columbia, South Carolina, not too long ago, where the store owner, Asian store owner named Mr. Child, unjustly murdered a 14-year-old black boy, his name was Cyrus, because he thought that he was stealing, but then when they did a report, they found out he didn't steal anything, and he shot him in his back for no reason. Are you familiar with that story?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, how does that make you feel, you know, with that black boy losing his life?
Yeah. I just had a son not too long ago. I had a son in April.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. So, I think my perspective on the dangers that reside in the U.S. for younger black men has changed drastically. There's a lot of anxiety now rooted in, like, just anything can happen at any time. You don't even have to be, like, wrong or convicted. Like, people will convict you on the spot. So, honestly, it's just not just all around.
Okay. That's a good answer. So, do you believe that for the 400 years that we've been here, I'm talking about minorities as a whole, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, do you believe that we are still being oppressed here in America?
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Systematically, I mean, it was just set up for us to not be able to achieve what we know we can achieve. There's a select few that can, you know, go above and beyond what they put in place, but for the majority of us, it's hard to, you know, just do simple stuff, get loans, like just walk around and be all right. So, yeah, it's definitely carried that long, and it probably still will carry unless we do something about it.
Good answer. So, I ain't gonna hold you, I got one more question. Right, my last question is, with everything that's been said, everything that we know, the oppression that people are going through, do you believe that there's a time in the near future, or even right now, that black people should explore the idea of segregation again instead of trying to be integrated with the people that's oppressing us?
I think naturally what's happened already is we are segregated by the oppression. So honestly, like, we need to get us right, like, through what we can do, because it's already separated. It's like that. There was no unison to begin with.
All right, well, you heard it here first from Sam. Like I said, I'm Precinct Officer 1000 YAHANNA. We out here at the Juneteenth Festival. It was a beautiful event. We got some beautiful answers. On behalf of Commander General YAHANNA, you answered perfectly. I love your answers, so I want to give you a round of applause for that. Everybody online, is there anything you want to say to the people watching?
I love black people. I love my black men. I love my black women.
All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Atah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, to all the sisters. This is Precinct Officer 1000 YAHANNA of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Today, we are out here at the Juneteenth Festival, and we're getting ready to do an interview with
Anthony Butler.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Anthony?
Doing good, brother.
Okay, so right now, I just wanted to ask the brother a couple questions just regarding a couple incidents that's been happening in the black community. So my first question is, are you familiar with the incident that happened a couple weeks ago with the young boy, a 14-year-old black boy by the name of Cyrus, who was wrongfully murdered by an Asian store owner, with his name, of course, being Mr. Child, down in Columbia, South Carolina?
I'm not familiar with it. I'm not.
Okay, well, are you familiar with the ongoing stereotypical hatred that Asian store owners have had for black consumers and just our general history of being here in America?
Very much so familiar with it. I live it every day.
This grainy security camera videotape graphically depicts the last few moments of 15-year-old Latasha Harlan's life.
Store owner Soon Jadu thought 15-year-old Latasha Harlins was going to steal some orange juice.
She had the money in her hand. You could see the money in the videotape. And the suspect grabbed the backpack, and there became a physical altercation over the backpack. And as our victim turned to walk away from the scene, the suspect raised a weapon and shot the victim in the back of the head.
Latasha was an A student, honor roll student. She got money every week for her allowance, so she did not have to steal orange juice.
The store clerk, a Korean woman, is now in jail. The black community is outraged over the killing. The NAACP is demanding the clerk be tried for murder.
Stop killing our children! We want justice!
Would the court please read the verdict? Title of court and cause. We, the jury, in the above-entitled action, find the defendant, Singh Jadu, guilty of voluntary manslaughter in violation of Penal Code Section 192A.
It is not a time for rhetoric, which serves no purpose other than to fuel the fire. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire that's already burning. It is my opinion that Mrs. Du is not a danger to the community and that she is not going to reoffend. I know a criminal when I see one. I know a person who presents a danger to the community when I see one. When I don't, I treat that person as something other than that.
She got away with murder.
I damn sure hope so, that there would be all the hell in the black community.
Somebody would care.
Would stand up and see this insanity for exactly what it is. Black people once again being unjustly treated by this damn street.
Get him on the bank. Since we don't pick cotton anymore and cut sugar cane, our lives is not worth anything.
I heard that. Okay, so, well, that story is something that happened recently, and of course it's very tragic. But so that brings me to my next question. My next question is, do you feel that black people in America have been and are currently oppressed in America?
Since they arrived on America's shores, they are oppressed, they've been oppressed, and unless they change their mindset, they will continue to be oppressed.
Understand that. So, with that being said, do you think that there's ever a time or will ever come a time in the near future where black people should consider or enact segregation again instead of trying to be integrated with the man that's impressing us?
Absolutely. Segregation was the best thing for us. Integration ruined us. We got nothing out of integration. When we were segregated, we had our own businesses, our own stores, our own neighborhoods, our own communities. When we got integration, all we got to do was sit at the same table and eat with folks of a different color. We lost all of our economic power, and that's why we're in the situation we're in currently.
All right, well, I want to applaud you for those answers on behalf of Commander Jenny YAHANNA and Israelite School of UPK, because this school teaches our people how to be strong again. And of course, the idea that the only way black people can be strong and rise in this country is by joining with the man that hates us is an idea that has been destroying and poisoning our people.
Knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed, let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friend, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
But it seems like you the type of brother who hasn't allowed that oppression to control your life. So on behalf of the school, I definitely want to applaud you. Is there anything else you want to say to the people that's watching, to the people who may be lost and thinking that the only way to live is to join our oppressor?
Brother, all I can say is you can't allow your oppressor to educate you. And if you do that, you're doomed. That's it, brother.
Well, y'all heard it here best, man. This is you from Durham, North Carolina?
I'm not. I'm from Charlotte.
From Charlotte. Hey, close enough. You heard it from a North Carolina resident, man. Your name was, again, Anthony?
Anthony Butler.
And Anthony Butler, man. If I could, it's one last thing. I want to offer you this flyer, man. I want to offer you this flyer to our classes. We have a school down the street, 2534 South Roxborough Street, where we teach Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Of course, we would love to see you come to class, break bread with us, man. We would love to get some more insight of what you think. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and clip the interview there. Shalom.
I'm well aware, man, that we are the lost tribe because for one thing, we are the only people who in recent history have come out of slavery. But you know what? They make no mention of it like they have you believe that there's no mention of us in the Bible. Right. Think about it. The Alpha and the Omega, who created this thing, who created life itself, it has no mention of us in the Bible?
Right.
You know, that's what gets me. I'm just like, and even our own preachers don't preach that. They don't preach that.
So do you think because all of that hypocrisy and dogma that is being proliferated throughout the earth, do you think that black people should separate from the Christian church?
Man, let me tell you something. Every time we do, they find a reason to come in and destroy us. Just like Tulsa, just like Wilmington, just like every time let me tell you, black people, we can make it on our own. We always have. During segregation, when we had our own, we prospered. We prospered. We had our own communities, our own everything. But what do? They get jealous. The devil is busy, and they're workers of iniquity. So what they do, man, they just sit back and they just plot on us all the time because they know our value. They know how great we are. They know how great we are. So what do? All it takes is for them to say a black man done attacked a white girl, and for them to come in and just burn the whole shit down. And if they don't do that, you know what they do? They run the railroad tracks and the highways to destroy your neighborhood. So, look, in all this interracial marriage and everything, we too entwined with them anyway. So separating ourselves ain't gonna do nothing, man. Because look, if we separate ourselves, they'll be like, we know where they all are, where we can poison them, where we can poison their land, poison their air, do something to put some disease on their property. That's what they do. So I don't know how we get away from that.
Okay, well, my question was more so or less separating from Christianity, the church, rather than the oppressor. But since you answered for segregation, then I would say, so then what is then the solution for our people? Do we decide to just to stay integrated and continue to be oppressed? Or do we have to attempt to segregate from our oppressor?
Man, you know what? At this stage of the game, you know, Marcus Garvey had it right back in the 20s when he was saying, you know, let's leave, let's do our own thing, let's go back. But, you know, now I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do. All we have to do is believing that Jesus Christ, that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on his children. I'm banking on him saving his children, just like he said in Revelation. But in Revelations, he speaks of another Exodus. So I don't know where that Exodus is going to be. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it speaks of another Exodus.
And so you mentioned the second Exodus, which is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians being brought up out of captivity again, the same way it happened in the Bible in the book of Exodus with Moses and the Israelites, which of course we are the Israelites. So the question is, who are we supposed to be following so that we can get the instructions, so that we too, in this place like time past, can get separated from the man or the people that has been oppressing us in this land?
That's right. And you know what? I don't have the answer to that. And I don't know.
That's a great answer.
I don't know who that leader would be. I don't know what that movement would look like. Because let me tell you something. I love the fact, I hate to hear when they say, oh, black people can't work together. When black people get together and we're on one accord and we're on the same page, we move mountains. The civil rights movement showed us that we can move mountains. We get things done. They know that. So if we come on one accord with black people, because you know what, it may come a time where you see this QAnon, you see how the Republicans are doing this QAnon thing, any and everything that they can think of off the top of their fucking head, they come out with. And when you have a reprobate mind like that, and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with reprobate minds who are just self-centered, like Donald Trump. That's why they love him so, because he's self-centered like they are. He's demonic. He has no soul. I don't know he made his deal with the devil a long time ago. So he knows what the deal is. That's what he does. That's why he's doing. But as far as us, man, black people, man, I don't know. Things may get bad where we may just have to come together. We have to come together.
Well, if I could, that movement or that brotherhood, that body that you mentioned, it started back when Christ roamed the earth. And he was teaching men and teaching Israelites the truth of the Bible and teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to stand with the Lord so that we can escape this oppression. Of course, Christ died, and then it was left to Peter. Right. Of course, Peter died, and it was left to the other men who decided to stand with the Lord and to follow Christ. All of those men, they passed, and time went on. And eventually, black people went back into slavery here in America. But in 1969, there was a group of men that decided to pick this book up and to start to follow the Lord again and to hold on to that one body that Christ had laid his life down for. And that's in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA. So you say you don't know what that movement would look like. You don't know who that leader is. That leader is right here in front of your face. That movement is right here in front of your face.
Is he divine, chosen by God?
He's chosen by the Lord. You gave some solid answers, man, but like I said, the truth is right here in your hand. That flyer, we got a school down the street. Are you from Durham?
I'm staying in Durham now. I was in Bahama for a little while. But you know what, man? Like, I had spoke to the brother last time when we had the thing going around the Durham Park, Durham Central Park. And, because I've been working so much overtime and everything, I haven't been able to go. But I got to find the time to check out your school, really.
Yeah, well, come on through, brother.
Yeah, I would love to.
Again, we the Israelite School of UPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We at the Juneteenth Festival with our people, kicking and getting it on.
Zephaniah 2:1, man. I'm gonna show you what's supposed to be with blacks and Hispanics, man. Listen, man. Don't think we Christians over here, man. We are not Christians over here, brother. You cross that goddamn line, we'll show you. We're not Christians over here. You understand?
That's right.
You got Zephaniah 2:1. Black man, hey, give me Revelation 13:1. All right. blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. What you got to understand is this. You understand? We're here for you, black people, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We're here to correct all the lies. Give me Revelation. Give me the picture on the ground right here. We're here to tell you that you're the best people on the face of the earth. You're the best. You jump the highest. You run the fastest. You are the best on the face of the earth. That's right. You understand? It's time we stop trying to cope against something that is pushing love for black people. You don't go outside a Christian church and tell the Christian pastor what he's teaching and do it to our kids is wrong. You don't go to the BT station and tell BT stop pushing all that debauchery on the radio. You don't do that. But when we come out here and tell you that you're the best on the face of the earth, it's a problem. It's a problem. Why is it a problem? Because we are destroyed for lack of knowledge according to this Bible, man. You understand? We are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And you gotta just calm yourself, man. Hey, don't worry about it. He off his rockers. We here for black people, man. We here for black people. And 13. Start at 1. And this is what you're going to have to ask your pastor when you go to church. Ask him to actually read the Bible and show you in the Bible who you are according to the Bible. You understand? You are the real Jews of the Bible, black man. That's right. You're from the Middle East.
Stop it. Get some help.